Hi everyone, it's Darlene. Welcome to this week's card. This week I'm using a new Stampin' Up! Stamp set called Mosaic Madness, and it has a matching embossing folder. First I'm going to take my embossing buddy to remove some static off some crumb cake cardstock. And then I'm going to take my embossing folder and I'm going to apply Versamark ink to the raised portion, which is going to be on the side that has the Sizzix name on it. And I'm going to be careful not to press down too hard because I don't want to get Versamark ink on the crevices, like the part that goes inside. So I'm going to line up my cardstock on the clean side and then fold it down and run it through my Sizzix Big Shot. And now I'm going to have Versamark ink on the portions that go down into the cardstock. So it's going to stick really well, the embossing powder, to those areas. But I'm also going to get some on my raised portions. I knew that was going to happen. So I opened up my container again and just started brushing it off. And I wasn't too careful about the big mosaics because I'm going to be covering those with punched cardstock. So, but I was careful about the small areas, just trying to get as much off as I can. And it does look like it's a little bit tedious and it takes some time, and I want to say it took me about 5 minutes to get all that embossing powder off. But I thought it was worth it because I thought it was a pretty cool look. Anyway, so now I'm going to take the Mosaic Madness set. I'm going to take 2 patterns from this. And I'm going to do Wild Wasabi and Night of Navy inks. I'm going to do 8 of each. And I'm just randomly stamping them on Stampin' Up! White cardstock. And the reason why I'm using Stampin' Up! Cardstock is because it absorbs the Stampin' Up! Ink the best of all the cardstocks. Alright, and then I've got this Pennant Parade set. It had this cute little hello, which was small enough to fit into one of these mosaics. So I'm fixing up my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig so I can line it up just right in the middle. And I stamped it in the Night of Navy, the same color blue. Now I'm going to take my punch and I'm just going to punch them all out. And because of how the punch works, you have to cut off with a scissor and start over on the next row. So I'm going to do this to all of them. There's my last one. And now I'm going to use this is actually a Stampin' Up! Tape runner. And I'm going to put some adhesive on each side and put them down. And I'm not going to press too hard just in case I have to rearrange for some reason. You never know what could happen. So I'm just alternating the colors here. I'm going to do that for each one of them. Alright, some of them are overhanging just a bit, so I trimmed off the excess with a scissor. And I'm going to adhere this to Night of Navy cardstock, which matches the ink. And I've got a mat of a 16th of an inch on each side. So I cut this piece of cardstock to be 1/8 of an inch larger on all sides. And now I'm going to apply that to my folded 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch piece of folded cardstock. Now I wanted to show you, I buy these crystals in strips and they're all on one long piece of adhesive. So I take an X-Acto knife and I swipe it across the left and right side of each one of these crystals. And that kind of separates the crystal from the adhesive in between them. And then I take a paper piercer and I just put it down there and just pull it out. And the little piece of adhesive comes straight out from between them. And now you have separate rhinestones that you can pick up and put right on your card. And I pick them up with my paper piercer. I find that that's the easiest way to do it. And I'm just putting one of those in the middle of each blue. So the crystals are blue, they're green and they match the Wild Wasabi. And so I'm just putting them in the middle of the blues. And that's it. A cute little pattern card. I think this stamp set will look great on scrapbook pages too, which is one of the main reasons why I got it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching.